Hello, kids. How the hell are you? I'm back. Before I started slapping some more leather on this saddle, I thought I'd come and do some explaining. Some explaining to do. For those of you that might not know this yet. Everybody, when they buy a saddle, they want to know what the seat length is. This one here, 16 inches. And that's from right here to right there. That's a good standard. That's what everybody uses. And basically what you're looking at is what you got from right here at this point of the saddle to right here at this point in the saddle, because that's where your thigh has to go. Your thigh's gotta sit right here. So you want to make sure you got room for the thigh so you're not bumping up against that swell right there all the time. But you don't want so much room that if the horse gets jiggy on you, that you've got to go this far before you hit your swells, which your swells are kind of helping you keep in. These particular ones aren't really big swells. So this area right here is what you need to look at when you're actually eyeballing the saddle. And then of course look at your thighs. You want to have an inch or two either way. So this is kind of a healthy man's size, or somebody's got some leg muscle to them. I mean, you can get, I've seen 17 and a half, 18 inch saddles before, which puts it quite a bit more distance in here for the really big guys. And then of course you got your little 14 and a half and 12 inch, well, most of them are going to be about a 14 and a half for like your barrel racers and little bitty things. But that's one little educational thing I was wanting to show you before I kept slapping on some leather on here. Another thing I'm wanting to show. See, here's my first piece. Y'all saw that the other day. Here's my second piece. It's just a little bitty thing right here. Runs down the middle. Now, see where that kind of stops at? This is going to be a man's saddle. So this is a little narrower right here than it would be on a woman's saddle, because basically your hip bones, butt bones are going to be right around here. Now, I'm not done. I got two more big heavy pieces to put on here. But I'm trying to show the transition of, you're still skinny here, and of course this will get skived down quite a bit. So the next piece I'm going to put on is this one here. And it'll go about like that to here. And down through here like this. Then of course I'm going to come in here with that razor and smooth it out. Get rid of there's a little bit of a lump right here right now that'll get took out. And then this here will be kind of left like it is. And again, you see, I don't know if y'all can see that from that camera angle or not, but what I'm building here is a pocket that keeps you back here on this part of the saddle. And what I'm building is a transition. The next piece, I guess I can show you. Now this one's not ready yet. It has not been skived down on the edges, feathered or whatever. This one will go about right here and come into that spot right there. So, and again, you can see how your legs are going to come down here about like that. Of course, my leg ain't near big enough. And what I'm building here is a platform of sorts that when you sit in this saddle all day long, it's not like sitting on a flat board, which I've seen saddles that do that. Some of these saddle manufacturers literally put one piece of leather down here. Bam, they're done. Of course, they're using a fiberglass, what they call a seat strainer, which is this metal piece I put in the other day. So that's already built into the saddle, and then they slap that one piece of leather on there, and they got a big blank spot right there. And I've ridden those saddles. It feels like it's taking your legs right here and trying to pry them apart. What I'm doing is building it's hard to explain. I can't find the right words, but I'm building a little archway for where your leg is going to sit right here and right here. I guess you have to come sit in it. And of course, then we're trying to get it narrowed up. And this will get trimmed up later on. This is just, you know, the pieces I lay down to get the shape I'm desiring up here, which I guess I can show you up there what a finished one looks like that I did 100 years ago. And this one I just kept simply because, hang on, let me get it up. I'm gonna do that. That's what one finished looks like. I did that 20 some odd years ago so that I could have, when customers came to my shop to talk about a saddle, I could say, well, come here, sit on this. This is a standard, you know, and of course I had to explain to them that, you know, if it was a woman's saddle, it'd be built a little different because y'all's pelvis bones, that's the word we were looking for earlier. Y'all's pelvis bones are a little bit further apart than ours are for obvious reasons, giving birth and stuff like that. But if I build these pieces are a little bit different if it's going to be a woman's saddle. But anyway, that's just kind of sort of what I'm piddling with now. I'll put these next two pieces on today, and probably by this evening have it all finished out. You know, ready for my next step, which the next step will be to wrap the horn and fit my skirts. The skirting, the skirts will go in here next. But I got to do that next, as well as put in those back D's. I got to do them first. But I want to fit the skirts in place so that when I come in and cut my seat out, I'm laying it out as it's going to look on the saddle itself. I don't want to cut the seat out without no skirts down here, because then I don't know where the hell I'm at, if that makes sense. And then, of course, before I cut the skirts, I'll have to do the horn and wrap the swells, put the swell cover on it. But anyway, that's the next step, is finishing up this ground seat. I thought I'd show that to you. Y'all go have a good day. Toodaloo, buggeroos. I'm going to go eat lunch.